right, so look, this episode 3, I wanted to call it Free My Nixxa. Right, when my dad, he was like, okay, let's get a more professional one. So we're gonna call it Lessons from Behind Bars. Like, it had to be a lot going on in 3 decades, and y'all already know, because if you be on the phone with any of them, you know they got plenty of drama and plenty of tea up in there, okay? So we're gonna jump right in, and I know we kind of touched on it about Christmas, about the mental side, having to be a strong person to be in there, but for me, I want to know what it was like with you, being that you were there, you knew you were innocent, and you were also wrongly convicted of killing someone who you said was your best friend. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, yeah, it's funny that you talk about the mental health, because I believe that 90% of the people there really have mental health problems, and that's you know, it's a public health problem. We're prosecuting them, you know, as criminals and everything else. The majority of them have substance abuse issues and everything else. Of course, family drama. But yeah, so it was horrible. It was just like a trifecta of really bad things going on at that point, because you can't. There's nothing else you can do once you're convicted. It's like, okay, I went there, I fought, I lost. 12 people say, well, yeah, he did it.
Yeah, the jury of your peers.
Yeah, to have enough information to say, yeah, that this guy's guilty of that. We're pretty sure it's beyond reasonable doubt. So being in there for that, and then, you know, knowing the relatives, you know, well, a few of them, not quite a few, I would say, a few of them, and having them believe that, because at that point, if you were believing that this guy possibly didn't do it,
right?
Once the jury convict him, because they got more information than you, you're like, oh yeah, he did it. So that was heartbreaking. Definitely, that was really, really bad, because these people I really did like had true love for.
Yeah.
You know, his relatives, of course, him. But it's like it was really a trial to go through. That there's so many levels of it. Once you get there, okay, it's disbelief first of all. Then you come into the acceptance of it, and then there's this maturation where, man, okay, well, I got to get myself together. I got to prove that I'm innocent, and this lifelong fight begins. So it's crazy that you are put through this at such a young age. You know, you're still developing, you're still learning yourself, and here you are fighting a fight that no one can prepare for.
Right.
You can't
a fight that you barely understand, right?
Yeah, like what the hell is going on? And so, and when you really get in there, you realize that everyone is against you.
Yeah.
You're the judge, the DA, your attorney, you don't give all this money to. Like, man, that shit don't even sound right.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm not one of the other guys. I'm not one of them, you know.
Well, wait, speaking of the other guys, so you actually were innocent of this particular crime that you were convicted on, but other guys there, were they maintaining their innocence?
Yeah, quite a few.
Okay. Did anybody say, oh, I did that?
Yeah, because you, like, if you're in the drug game, you know, you done witnessed many murders.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm going over here, bust this nigga head.
Yeah.
And he go over there and bust his head right there in front of you.
On site,
ain't
he
no
went
doubt,
playing.
you 100% sure. But when you have guys in there, and it was crazy, because not that I doubted them, but I'm like, man, okay, I feel what you're saying, because like several guys, and they were there on rape charges mostly. And it's like, Puss, I swear to God, Puss, I didn't do this, Puss. And come to find out after, they didn't do it. DNA proves, so we ain't gonna question that.
Right.
And we ain't gonna never get to the point we're gonna question science on that.
Right.
So, and I'm like, man, like the guy Clyde Charles and Homer, you know, he kind of kin to us through my Uncle Bose.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, that man told me for like 15 years. Then he was begging for the DNA test for 10 years. So if you're a DA, you're like, okay, come on with it.
Yeah.
All right, you know if that's you, you ain't got to file nothing else again in life.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done. But they fought him 10 years, and when he got, you know, he come to find out his twin brother did.
Come on now.
That was living in Atlanta.
That's that Ancestry.com and 23andMe gonna get y'all caught up.
So then he didn't live that long after he got out. It was
Dang.
heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking, and I adored him. And, you know, he was family, but I'm like the person he was and the way he treated everyone.
Yes.
I'm gonna say everyone was a friend. There was no malice in his heart whatsoever. You did him something, he's like, man, look, it's okay. You know, I'm just gonna go my way. And that took a man to do that, not no coward.
Look, let me
For
tell
real.
you, they was going to come up with something, because as the time was going on, like, it was just starting to look like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I'm talking about, me and my brothers, we sitting up in the movie theater watching Fast and Furious 5. Like, we leave up out of there, well, Fast 5. We leave up out of there, Taylor turned to me, he like, sis, why we ain't ever break daddy out? I'm looking at him like, and you ain't never came up with the plan. Like that movie with Martin and Eddie Murphy, Life.
Oh yeah, Life.
Like, they went all the way to the end of their lives still trying to figure out a plan. They hadn't tried everything. In that instance, I'd be Eddie Murphy. I had tried everything to get up out of there, you know, and then they finally had their plan in the end. Did you ever feel like, I think I'm gonna die in here, like, I think this is it?
No, the thing was, I got to the door 7 times.
7
Unbelievable.
times.
Like,
7
okay,
times.
Friday, y'all don't have it when y'all come in here, I'm letting this man go.
Yeah.
Something came up every time. One time it was Katrina. I was so mad I was gonna go home. I think that Monday, I'm like, oh, it's on. He said, look, see, come Monday, this man is going home. I'm like, boy, look here.
Katrina, you bitch.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, I understand what was going on, but I always knew that, okay, something is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to put myself in the best positions. That's why I was educating myself and everything, learning everything I could learn, because those guys go home for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. I'm going to pursue it with the same zeal I did with all that foolishness. And so, yeah.
Like they say, keep the same energy. The same energy you was using to be out there in the streets on that foolishness, use that same energy to fight for your freedom. I love that.
I couldn't lay down on myself. That wasn't
know
gonna
that's
happen.
right.
I had too many kids. That wasn't going to happen.
At the door 7 times, like, when we talk about mental health, like, I would have broke down. I would have broke down.
And I was like, not again. But the most horrible thing is when you, like, you dream, you're in jail and you dream that you're at home. When you wake up and see that bottom bone, when I tell you, there's nothing worse than that. Because I was at home, I was having sex with this big old fine stripper or whatever, right? I'm talking about tearing her up.
Look, don't let my mama hear that. She gonna call about 3-4 people names. I already know who he was dreaming about.
And when I looked up and suddenly I said, no, indeed, Lord. And look, I'm out now, and every now and then that come to mind.
That like, you was dreaming about being home.
Goddamn dream. If this is a dream, I'm gonna give up. I'm serious. I'm gonna give up. That's where I ain't no more trying to go home. If this is a dream, this is too real.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even try anymore. If I'm still in jail and I'm dreaming right now, that's it.
So speaking of being in jail, like, let's say just to get by, I heard this story about you one time, right? You home, it's over with, so I can see. I be having to watch myself on my snitchies. But people committing crimes and stuff still in the jail.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
I heard this one time, I ain't gonna say it was you or nobody, but I heard this story about my mama had received a check from Angola. Mm-hmm. And whatever, you know, some money, she was able to do what she needed to do. She was like, about a week or 2 later, I'm seeing this shit on the news that they in Angola writing bad checks.
No, it wasn't that. No, it was it was a scheme, and at the time I was an unwitting accomplice at that time.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait, this is not technically illegal. It's unethical, but not illegal. So you know, it's a play on words with me, right? So this is
loophole.
Yeah, this is a loophole here. And so yeah, so that was the worst thing I ever done in jail. But yeah, I did do that, and a lot of money was made, and you know the feds came in and everything, and they cleaned everything up. Of course.
Yeah. So I'm just still shocked that I could see if y'all up in there still gang violence. I've heard about the drugs circulating, but all this white collar crime being done, I would have never thought that it was that many different levels of crime still being done in the jail.
Yeah, and that's the sad part. Everything you can do on the street, you can do in the jail.
And that's why they don't want to come home.
No, that ain't why.
Yeah, that's why. We didn't figure it out. Everything y'all doing in jail, everything y'all doing.
Yeah, you can literally do everything you're doing on the street, you can do in jail.
Yes.
Any one of them, pick one, they're doing it.
And so, with that being said, do you feel like jail has its rehabilitation parts, or is it just a breeding ground for doing more things
it's
like that?
It's on the individual. And that's what's going on. They got wonderful, wonderful, wonderful programs.
Yes.
And if you apply yourself, I don't care how brief they are, they got some last 16 months, 2 years, 5 years, some last a week. You might get more out the week than the 5 years.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you apply yourself. And yes, they do work. I've seen them work. I've seen, even with the different wardens, he controls the atmosphere more than anything. The head warden, like Warden King, when he came in, he said, when I leave here, the lamb gonna be able to lay in the lion's chest. When I tell you it was true, we talking about bloody Angola, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever he was doing at that time, the psychology side of it, it worked.
Yeah.
I'm like, for 20 years, you can see all that decline. And then there was zero, I'm talking about, he had to be some crazy guy to do something.
Yeah.
Compared to 20, 40 incidences a day.
Yeah.
It went down to like one a month.
Nice.
Yeah, that's,
so
he's
Bro King did good.
They don't want to give him his due, but I witnessed this. I lived through this.
Well, you look, when you have all these different corrupt things going on, it's going to be a lot of the great things are going to be overshadowed by, you know, this other stuff. So I'm at least happy to hear that they were able to do that. But speaking of the psychology of it all, them even deciding to call the state penitentiary of Louisiana Angola, which is a country in Africa, and then you go down there and you don't see nothing but black folks. I ain't saying other people ain't in there. I'm just saying who you gonna see mostly. So don't forget that. But I want to address this side of the jail where they allowed you guys to get skills and to get degrees and things like that. Tell us a little bit about what you were doing.
Oh, well, yeah. You definitely can get trades like culinary arts, carpentry, auto mechanics. They are really, really great programs. And a lot of guys are getting out, getting great jobs. And then like 3 months in, that's one thing I noticed about them. And like 3 months in, all of them managers, foremen. I'm serious, every last one of them.
They be whipping y'all into shape. Yeah. I say this all the time. If you don't have plan for your kids, the state penitentiary do.
Oh yeah.
All this stuff that y'all having to go to the jail. My daddy can sew. Like, and then my sister May sews. She didn't learn it in jail. It's something that pretty much came naturally to her. Then she went to college for it. This is something that probably was already natural within you, and they just brought it out more. Like, more of these programs. I was just outside talking to this guy, walked up, what he said, his name was Uncle Joey. He said most of his friends learned welding in Angola. I was like, wow, that's crazy. He was like, yeah, it's the new trade school. And that is really a shame, you know? I know we're joking, we joked about it, but it's a shame. And he was also talking about those that do the leather work. And I've gone up there and I've seen amazing leather work. I've seen the snake and the cowhide belts and all that stuff. You told me about the hunting and the fishing. Like, it sounds like y'all living life like it's golden. Y'all could have definitely created that for yourselves on the outside.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it seems like they're having to go into the penitentiary to even discover who they really are, what they like.
Yes. Oh, it makes you definitely pay attention to what's going on with you, and you discover some things to help you cope. And so you go to getting more creative with things that you used to be interested in.
Yes.
And so that's what goes on there. When you be like, oh, you had to come to jail to start doing this. You had to come, oh, well, yeah, I was doing it, but I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and they got great everything in Angola. When I say geniuses, people say like, Sherman, you're a genius. No, I know some geniuses for real.
Yeah.
I could take 20 of them and literally put a president in office.
Wow. No, I believe it. No, because I've seen those masterminds, the great artists and everything.
Them guys.
So tell me this. I know that you went to theology school while there. So technically what, you're a pastor?
Well, I have a bachelor, don't make me a pastor, a bachelor and a associates in Christian ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, that was a program, the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. And they came there and they had the professors come in.
The one in Gentilly?
Yeah. And so they send the professors to us every morning. Yeah, it was wonderful too. I don't know if Dr. Kelly's still over it, but yeah, it was wonderful. We had like 8 to 10 professors come in rotation weekly, and they were definitely great. And yeah, you can go there, you can get that. Other places have master's degrees. Well, actually, Angola just got a master's program. So now you can actually get a master's while incarcerated.
And all this stuff count when you get out?
Yes, indeed, Lord.
I know you were saying that you heard about them within 3 months going and getting these crazy jobs and becoming the managers and stuff.
Yeah, all them guys are doing great.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, Warden Kane is the Department DOC secretary in Mississippi. He hiring everybody that graduated from school.
I know that's right. Put your people
you
on.
go get them 50,000 or 54,000 a year. You better go.
That's good.
Yeah,
no,
so
that's really good.
that's a lot of
Especially when we
amenities.
talked about you getting home and now you're working as a reentry coordinator and helping those that are ready to come home, you know, that are ready, not the ones that just want to, the ones that are prepared to get back out here and do the right thing. So we talked about the theology school. I said you sew. Who you was sewing for? Tell them.
Oh, the hospice program. And we were sewing quilts. I've been making quilts for about 15 years.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we were raising money to keep the program solvent, and so we were selling the quilts at the rodeos, and we took special orders, and they were selling them in the visiting area when guests came.
And so what, were you making like dresses and clothes?
Well, I did that when I got to the governor's mansion.
Okay.
Yeah, I would start tailoring mostly. Like I take up suit coats and the pants, doing things for the first lady, like dress, letting them in, letting them out. You know, that type of thing there.
Nice.
I've made a few dresses. I don't like making them because it's crazy, them patterns, and don't trust them. Might as well make it bigger than what it say and just downsize it as you go. Yeah, but I can make them. But,
okay. Wait, any other skills? Any other like skills or certifications or anything that you gained?
Well, yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Like what?
Like cooking and carpentry. I did it. You either go to school or you going to work.
Oh, you're going to school or you're going to work. Okay. So what a typical day like? Y'all waking up at 4:30 in the morning and going on a chain gang?
Well, yeah, if you're in the field, you definitely want to be up in because you're gonna go to breakfast about 5:30. And so you definitely got to be up at least 5.
Okay.
Get yourself together, then you'll go. So right at about 6:30, you're gonna probably be lining up, getting in this long 200, 300 people line to walk a mile or two to wherever the area is that you're gonna pick vegetables, cotton, whole, chopping down grass or whatever it's gonna be.
Oh, y'all
so
really
you can do that or go to school, you know?
Yeah.
So if you want to stay out there.
So it's like, that's crazy. So you're telling me in jail, you can work or go to school?
Well, yeah, you're doing the right thing. So you have all these other things available to you.
I hope the youth is listening to this.
Yeah.
Don't end up in jail talking about you gonna work or go to school when that's free on the streets. Because Angola is making a lot of money. Like, we would always go visit our dad, as I will continue to say. And one time I was there, like he just brought up the rodeo, I was disgusted when I left. Because these people are selling tickets and they really got like people from all over the world coming to this rodeo. Like these people not in jail that y'all got bullfighting and riding on horses that's flipping out of control. Like selling all of this major furniture, all of this artwork that these guys have done, and it's all going to the jail. But the thing that really took the cake from you guys was they have all these different clubs there that do different things. And the Pecan Candy Club had a sign above it that said they make $800,000 a year, the Pecan Candy Club. So this going to the jail. They up there busting, whipping down in the kitchen, and this is all going to the jail. Like the prison industry is like $75 billion a year. So it's like when these people having to call from jail and you having to put your money on with Securus Tech or Global Tel Link, these people are making money. JPay, I know I done gave a bunch of money to JPay. So it's all going back to the prison system, and that's one thing that I can't stand. Like with you being home, I told everybody in the family, look, he's home. Y'all got to wrap it up. This jail shit dead. I'm not giving no more money to nothing that they got going on. I'm not doing no more visits. I'm not doing no more bail, and I'm not doing no more calls. I done paid it all. Y'all better call Jesus. Get Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. And it's funny that you should say that. We was talking about that a while ago. It was dealing with what really happens when a person goes to jail. You know, you bring your entire family to jail with you, but also those resources that could have been used to build legacy or whatever.
Yes.
You know, pay for a home.
Yes.
Because most of the guys I know went to jail and they were dealing dope and stuff. The mama end up having to go beg or do something with the house or do something with something.
Put the house up and all
this
that.
kind of stuff. So it was crazy. And then you look down the road 20 years. Let's say she spent $1,000 a year on the telephone. That's 20,000 could have went in a retirement account that was drawing interest. You know, those type of things. And we went deep, and I want to do something on that on the book wise. It's mind blowing because we don't think about it. And it's just, it is crazy how much money, and we don't really focus in on that. And the telephone thing is really crazy, but because you're really just getting some words. I think you should write more, but you know, commissary, they make millions a month on that, like in Angola and every place else. But it's crazy, and you have to really see it to believe it. You got to see it on paper though.
Yeah.
Just me speaking it to you, I got to do the numbers for you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do.
I know it's a lot.
I definitely want to put it out there, and I'm going to put it online, of course.
You definitely need to.
They need to see that.
Yeah, because now I understand why they're privatizing the businesses, and I just had to let the family know, if y'all want to keep on going to jail, just go ahead and let me know so I can build one. I need to be getting paid off of this. Because it's tearing down our communities even more once they're going home. Like, you were the breadwinner. Like I said, you were the family fortune. So it was a lot more things happen with you being gone and with the resources being taken away, you know? And then we talk about the mental health. Let's talk about how long you were in there. Your mom and your dad passed. A lot of family and a lot of friends passed away. Like, with you behind bars, like what?
You don't even know how to feel. You know that you feel like you failed them. Because like my mom, she died of COPD. I wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, to hold her hand or whatever, bring her a cup of water, you know, something.
Yes.
You know, I'm here for you. You know, I wish I could save you. I wish I could do this. Yeah, I would give my life. Whatever you want to tell her. I'm not there to do that.
Yeah.
Even the telephone, you know what I mean, or what. So it was startling when I seen her. She came to the rodeo. You know, I'm used to seeing her walking around talking. And she had the tube in her nose, and she had the little canister, and she was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was ready to go. And then I'm like, I'm like, what the hell happened?
Right.
He said, I told you I had COPD.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a degenerative, you know, eventually, you know, I'm not going to be here. And I'm like, boy.
No, seriously.
Like somebody whooped me with some bricks.
No, for real. Because when your dad died, when my grandfather died, I remember Angola allowing him, you and Uncle Herman were both there shackled up. Okay? And for grandmother's funeral, it was a hurricane.
Yeah, something was threatening to break the levees at Angola. I couldn't even come to the funeral. And those are the things that are crazy because they're controlling every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to the restroom in they don't have to be a major sergeant. It could be one of them little young cadets come in.
Yes.
Say, where you going? I'm going to use the restroom. No, go sit down on your bed.
Just controlling everything. And
Yeah,
then
for
don't
whatever
get the
reason.
A-holes. Like, it's gonna be cool, but most of them, they're gonna take and abuse that power. We
They
see
can
them
say,
do it
man, I'm
all
about
the
to pee
time.
on myself. I don't want to go sit on your bed. You ain't got to go sit on it. Got something for you. And so that's how much control. You don't have control over your bodily functions when you get to jail. Because they control that. They can say, no, everybody on your bed.
No. But
And
you know what?
you're not going to make it to the bed. I mean,
No.
to the urinal. So
No.
you might as well go sit on the bed. It's not like, no, I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
You still like, they're going to wrestle you down and drag you out there by your legs or foot or whatever, you know. And so that's...
You don't want to deal with that.
Nah.
No, Angola ain't no place to be. Look, we're going to bring one of them shirts out for that. No. Okay, so let me tell you this. We talked a lot about when you're in there, you're just feeling like, man, I'm ready to go home. People have died. My children coming up here, they bigger and bigger. Every time I see them, I'm ready to go home. But you have been home for a year now. And it just makes me wonder about those guys that I see going in and out the jail, back and forth, back and forth. Because we're out here on the outside like, dang, them niggas getting that 3 hots in the cot. They come out to the real world, they really can't handle it. They ready to go have the government take care of them. Same way they talking about the chicks on Section 8. So with you being home, tell me about the in real life story. Do you understand where they're coming from of just wanting to go back, those that do?
Yeah, again, succumbing to the pressures. And I guess it is easier to go lay in a bed and let someone else pay for everything else. And you just hear the little fussing every now and then. You'll go to work and come back, get off. You're still working. The thing is, I guess you don't get them bills every month. So you're running from something.
Bills, right?
Yeah,
you're running from something.
You're constantly going back to jail. You're running from something.
Oh, it's something that you like.
Well, they can work harder to get their lover out. But,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
They work hard
they
to
got
get
some
their
lovers
stuff
out there now. All the free world, 8 billion people, you're going to find one. But yeah, so you could definitely, they're running from something. And usually it's themselves. It's something that's going on with them. A lot of mental health is going on. I always joke about, they sent me to the wrong institution.
Yeah.
They sent me to Jackson instead of Angola.
Yeah.
Because it's just that bad. Like, you don't know. This is the scary part about jail. You don't worry about people raping, it's crazy. But the thing is, you don't know if this guy gonna wake up tomorrow and kill you. Because you done seen it.
Yeah.
Guy wake up, tomorrow, he had a dream, this guy raped him and just jug him up. Like one guy, I don't call his whole name. The dude was going to jug the other guy up and jugged him up, knocked all his eye out and stuff. And like,
just like an innocent
bystander. The one I wanted.
Oh.
And man, eye gone and everything. So it's those type of things, but you see it all the time. Like you be taking a shower, man, I know you loving me. What the hell you talking about? Man, let me get out the shower.
Yeah.
It's going, man, that nigga loving me, man. Big old fat ugly dude. You ain't lovable. That type of thing. If you gonna mess with a homosexual, they gonna be him. So it's crazy, the mental health issues that's going. Then you get the security that coming up with many problems.
Yeah, they got problems too. Coming to work
serious
up in there.
mental health. Yeah, they have no training. It's sad. It's a sad situation. Do not find yourself in it.
Yeah.
Do not find yourself in it, and it's cyclical. It's your son gonna fall out. I've been there with the grandson, the daddy, and the grandpa on many occasions.
I remember that one time when all our little young cousins had got moved up there. You was calling every day, come down here and get these boys up out of here. They don't need to be here, I'm telling you. So you were even advocating for them.
Yeah,
like
they crazy, yeah.
And
Because they don't
no place to
understand
be.
how serious it is. They come there as like a little joke and stuff. No, it's real serious. These dudes have master degrees in manipulation and doing all kind of things. And so the only reason they're not messing with you because they know they're going to have problems out because you got a older cousin here that, of course, you'll be stupid to mess with them little guys. And that's what they first think, yeah, who you know
Who
here?
you know, yeah.
They already know. Right? Oh, no, yeah, all right, bro. Yeah, because they don't want that problem. There's going to be a problem. And, and people know your intentions before because, okay, I seen old boy. Yeah. And you going to handle that then.
Yeah, no, for real.
You don't have to even talk to them. Don't ask them that type of thing. So, yeah, they didn't understand the psychology side of it.
Yeah.
Guy go to bringing you stuff and all that, bro. What do you need me to handle? Anything else? And they were like in this dream world, like, oh, Angola ain't nothing. No, you're being protected now because you're here on this evacuation with this, but the warden gonna take his hand because them dudes gonna do some stupid stuff. The warden gonna say, all right, let them go, don't be men.
Yeah.
And then the vulture's gonna come in and it's gonna be all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my mama.
Yeah.
So I've seen that many times.
When they realized that they was just hard on the streets because they was around a lot of weaklings. But when you get up in here and it's career criminals, you really realize that Angola ain't no place to be.
Not only that, they deeply entrenched, because the guy that been there 20 years, you just came there 20 days ago. It's hard to beat him if he's, have ill intentions. And then you got other guys working with him, especially if you get caught on one of them tiers. It's just, it's game over for that. Unless you just gonna go, man, I'm a killer, I'm gonna die here today or whatever. And then okay, they leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like, no, boy, serious. Don't mess with him. He crazy or something. So yeah, but other than that though, it ain't no place to be for real.
Yeah. So you guys, we're gonna do something fun, right? When we come back. So with the lessons behind bars, you can see some of the things that he learned. But my favorite thing is the Jailhouse noodles. So we're gonna have a prison noodle cook-off when we come back.
Crazy.
Y'all, welcome to our humble abode.
Definitely.
I'm about to put the smack down. So, Daddy, you gonna tell them?
Okay, so we have a challenge going. She believes that she can make noodles better than I can. Of course she cannot. I've been doing it 32 years. I'm an expert. It said that 10,000 hours, you're an expert. I think I've surpassed that. So I don't know if I'm going with the Master P brand or the E40 brand, but as you can see, she wants to do whatever she's gonna do with hers. But when I was making them in the penitentiary when I was in there, we used to put almost anything in there to make a meal. But what I love about the noodles in the cup and everything is that when we cook them, we'll add things like fish steaks, of course, to make it more hearty and make it stick to your stomach. But it was just super delicious. Of course, they had the seasoning pack in there that was delicious. That 1,500 milligrams of sodium. Then you dump the fish steak in there. That's another 300-400. Then you put the corn chips in there. So we would just put that in there for the crunch.
I forgot to give y'all his corn chips.
Yeah, so, and what happens is when you really, thank you, I got that, appreciate you. So we are definitely, it's on. That's a meal that I would eat now, today. If it didn't have that much sodium, I would eat it every day. I mean, that's how good it is. I really love it. I've ate it for 30 years, so we can say, yeah, I love it.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and go with the beef prime rib by E40. Don't fail me now. We about to win this competition, and you gonna go with the creamy chicken gumbo flavor. Wrap icons. Wrap Snacks got the wrap noodles with Master P.
It's going down.
And he was talking about fish steaks. He talking about sardines, y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and give him his sardines because I got corn and some shrimp going on over there. So we about to go ahead and jump right into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready to catch a beat down?
You wish.
Let's do it.
So who you rolling with? Will it be E40's ribeye surf and turf with the Cajun shrimp and corn? Or do you think Master P's seafood and chicken gumbo's gonna take it with the corn chips and the sardines?
We have it. We have the Wrap Snacks Icon Ramen Noodles by E40, the beef prime rib. Made that a surf and turf ramen with a little bit of pot roast, some shrimp, and some seafood boiled corn. I gotta say that because it's Cajun corn. Okay, so then we got Ain't No Place to Be. And we made this with the creamy chicken gumbo, Wrap Snacks Icon Ramen Noodles with Master P on it. Yeah, and that has sardines and corn chips in it. Is that all? Okay. So this the Jailhouse noodles and this the privileged noodles. And now we about to see who noodles taste the best.
Okay, definitely. I'm ready.
Okay, no, I feel like my noodles won though.
Okay.
Cause he don't be cooking like that. He still be putting the he wet the potato.
Dump everything in it.
He wet the potato, put it in a brown paper bag and put it in the microwave. That's how he make baked potato. So I know my noodles was gonna win anyway. But all jokes aside, cause this is a very serious issue. Daddy, before we go, do you have any advice for the youth out here that may be troubled or at risk, or do you have any tips, tricks of the trade to keep them from even going that route?
I definitely would say listen to your parents. Even parents that are on dope, they're gonna tell you, son, stop doing that. I'm telling you, you're gonna end up in jail. Yeah, definitely listen to your parents. Stay your tail in school. Learn everything you can. Fight through it. Fight through it. You're gonna work somewhere, so you might as well work on the street. You're gonna get paid for it. You can come get them 4 cents. I promise you, Angola is not gonna turn you down.
Can I just say this, 4 cents? I feel like Angola owes a lot of mothers a lot of child support. I don't care if it's a state penitentiary, and especially if it's a privatized one. We need to get some type of reform going, get something on the bill to vote for where they owe us child support. If you're going to keep those dudes in there all that time and you got them working on the chain gang for 30 years, I need a pension. I need something. Because you owe something at this point. I don't care what those people did. You took that many years away, that many man hours, that many labor hours. Cut the check. I need a check for that. Please understand that I'm coming for that. But yeah, okay.
But you're going to work somewhere. I totally agree with you.
Yes.
But you're going to work somewhere, so you might as well work out there. There's so many things that you're going to deal with, and the peer pressure, don't even worry about it. I don't know, more people in jail for peer pressure than anything. You're going to have to find a way to work through that, and it's sometimes it just sneaks in on you as dares and everything else. And, you know, sometimes you end up smoking some weed or something just because your boys and them smoking, not that they dared you to do it. And they're definitely doing those type of things. The peer pressure, though, I've noticed. Most guys done woke up in the car. I know quite a few woke up in the car in jail. The dudes done robbed somebody, then they're loaded, don't know what's going on. They done been there 40 years.
I have heard that story so many times. Your friends like, oh, come ride with me. Now it's a robbery, it's a shootout and all that. And now you in jail as an accomplice or accessory.
Don't know what's going on. He really, I don't know what happened. But his life is over. But yeah, you got to fight through it though. You got to think more of yourself. And there are great examples out there. Follow those. Yeah. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Follow those.
Yes. All right, kids, you heard it here first. Make sure that you stay in school. Angola ain't no place to be. Parents, make sure you stay on your kids. Because as I said before, if you don't have a plan for them, the penitentiary definitely have a plan for them. And it's a good plan. And it's a well-oiled machine, and it's been working for a long time. Please stop feeding your kids to the streets, and please stop feeding your kids to the beast. Because honestly, a lot of you mothers and some fathers know that the kids are out here doing the wrong thing, getting money the best way that they know how. And you're just turning a blind eye to it, or you're encouraging that. And then when they ended up losing their lives in more than one way or another, then it's all these stories. Oh, it was so good. Oh, I never would have known. Oh, you knew enough. So step up. Somebody, if you see something and you say something, you don't want to lose your family members to the penitentiary. Okay? So until next time, free Monica. Keep hope alive. And as always, Daddy, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Look, we're going to look at you. You gotta lay up.
I love you, boo.
I love you too, Daddy.
Thanks for everything.
Yes. Until next time.